Anytime you're ready.
This is my 2011 Ultra Limited Harley Davidson. Had it for 3 years, put about 30,000 miles on it, been all over the United States. Had a lot of upgrades done to it. It's a Clockworks 8.5-inch windshield. It has the bags right here from Harley Davidson. It's got the daylight running lights on it. It'll actually stay, the side running lights here, passing lights will stay on with the high beam. It's got smoke lights on it. The front tire is a year old, along with the front brakes and bearings. Those are all replaced at that time. There was nothing wrong, but I just wanted a new one. Put on the highway pegs. Last year, I put on a brand new compensator, brand new regulator, stator. It's got the Barnett high pressure plate in there. Got a whole bunch of Willie G. It's got the love jugs on it. Brand new Harley Davidson thick orange spark plug wires. Brand new bra. Come around, it's got the CVO mufflers on them. They work really well. The rear tire was just put on, maybe 30-40 miles on it, along with rear brakes. The tour pack actually has a special piece on it. It slides back and forth. You can move it back and forth about 4 inches. It's also a quick release. If you don't like the quick release and you want the other one, I have the stock one to go back on it. The running boards, of course, they're updated, along with the Screaming Eagle air intake, and that's a lifetime air cleaner in there. Just have a lot of parts into it, a lot of Willie G stuff. It's got the special rims on it, so those weren't the stock rims. If you're interested, give me a call. It's on Craigslist.
Okay, here we go. Medicine Man's helping his daughter replace some spark plugs in her car, so I'm going to take this thing on a quick ride. It's a beautiful bike. He's had this for a handful of years and takes great care of it. He's an incredible mechanic. We've done some long trips, and this bike's gone on the trips, and it does absolutely great. As you can see, he keeps it nice and clean, throws it in the garage. He's got the fans that can do some cooling if need be, and just to try out this bike real quick. Here I am in my flip-flops. Look at that shit. Just take it for a quick ride. Harleys are always a sweet bike. When we go on our trips, we've traded off bikes, and for me, I love bikes with backrests. When we're running long trips, it just feels really good, nice support. And this windshield is like the perfect height. It deflects that air right up and over. You got the lowers down there to keep the wind off your legs. You got a little bit of everything on this. You got your stereo, fuel, speedometer, tack, oil, speakers right here. You got little places to put stuff, like I got my phone and wallet in that one. I love the Harley sound too. Harleys always sound nice. Ooh, that sun's right in my face. This ride's really nice. We've ran over to Sturgis on our bikes. We've been all down in through Mexico, or New Mexico, Arizona, Utah. If you guys are thinking about getting into some touring, this is a great bike. You can barely see the light. Cruise control, you got cruise over here. That's the one thing I miss on my F6B. Wish it had cruise, but I use one of those like throttle clamps. That works out really well. Next bike I get though is gonna have cruise control for sure. This bike's very comfy. Also, that foot forward controls is also, it's kind of like the, if you're comparing, you know, like say that Goldwing that I did a video on here, and you compare the riding position. A Goldwing's more like sitting on a bar stool, which is very comfortable, and then Harleys have a traditional position where your feet are forward. It's almost like you're in a nice chair, a nice lounge chair. Incredibly comfy. And you got highway pegs, so you can kick your feet out and change your position. I got my flip-flops on. But this bike honestly rides great. You got a trunk, you can throw all kinds of gear in there. And if you want to run around town, say for, you know, for bar hopping, you just take the trunk off. Tires are in really good shape, brakes are in really good shape. This bike, literally, you could go gas up, throw some clothes in it, put on some real shoes. Don't do what I'm doing. Put on some riding gear and you're off. You're going. You're ready. That's one thing Harley does, I think, as a brand. Like their dealership network and the whole Harley name, and it is bar none, top notch. I mean, you get into the Harley family, that's one thing they do so well. You just really feel like you're you know, say you're gassing up and people come over and say, hey, what kind of Harley is that? An Ultra? You know, I have an Ultra. And they just start talking about all the stories, and man, it's just a blast. You go on trips and meeting people and having something in common and just talking about motorcycles. That's a huge part of going on trips. And if you get the luxury of going on trips with you know, with a small group, that's a blast too. That's just a big bonus. This bike handles so well. We've gone through a little bit. Our style of riding is we're really into more of a, what would you say, like 2-lane. Like this right here, this is even too much. We're in areas where you just don't have even any cell service. You're using maps and doing that kind of thing. You know, you don't even exactly know where you are, and that's actually kind of fun. It's part of the ride. But yeah, seat runs, and are the seats very comfy. Tell you the truth, this bike has been on, I'll say 3-4 major, say 2-week-long trips. Worked absolutely flawlessly. sounds good. Shifts really nice. Really good acceleration. Plenty of power. Here, I'll throw up some cool pics of this bike, just so you can see some nice up close shots. You know, it's probably worth noting too, like if you're looking to get into riding and you want a nice touring bike and you're going to do some trips, this is a good way to get into the whole riding experience. And you don't have to, you know, new bikes, they're like $30,000. They're just insane. This bike will go anywhere them incredibly expensive bikes go. But you don't have to break the bank. And you can go out and ride. Anyway, this would be a blast. But anyway, thanks for coming with me. Very comfortable bike. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next ride.